As Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Clemson Tigers offense will start this game off. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. They make the stop, but the sweet bullet catch is ready to give him a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks.
Gets away from one, finds room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass-happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider some of the injury issues they've had up front throughout his career. It doesn't matter. This guy still finds ways to make positive things happen. 3,000 yards, that's a lot for a running back.
Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Now on 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires on the move. Picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid... Kentucky.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. He's got it down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. Wide open downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Kentucky right back to the line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Getting some heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And this dude knows how to get after quarterbacks. Last week he had 3 sacks. He gets his first today. I'll tell you what, you better know where he is before the ball snapped every single play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
Dude, how about that? Boom. I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage. And when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. He'll try to loosen him up from deep in his own end. Got his man on the right.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to get to it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a fool.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Makes the grab on the left. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. This offense has a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. It's a fumble. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Touchdown, Clemson! What a grab and go for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arkansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll pull it down. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll try the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to impose their will with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Turns it on down the left side. And he brings it back. Can you believe this? The final play of the first half. What a disaster. That might get the offensive coordinator fired at halftime.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Kentucky going quickly. Trying play action. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. It's funny, when you think back to Clemson, remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun. Wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. No one's been able to keep him off the quarterback. Career sack number 50.
Like, honestly, in today's college football, if you get 10 sacks in a season, that's considered a really good year. You might be an All-American. To go 50 in your career, David, I mean, nobody does that.
You're just a freak. I mean, your God-given ability to get off the football so fast and to be so relentless and to be so good with your hands, that dude is crafted and made to be a pass rusher.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Quarterback moving. He'll fire to his right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Line getting set on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, just keeps firing. They're bringing heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Right back to the well. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. He can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
Looking to go up top on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. From the gun, the ground game. Running with power. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got his man on the right, and he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the... Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. A really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the single back. Shakes off the defender. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. To the ground. He's got it again. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It's right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack,